Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers Channel. Today, we will learn about the deeply moving and inspirational message that beloved General Hospital star Maurice Benard recently shared with his devoted fanbase during the holiday season, touching hearts across social media platforms and reminding everyone about the importance of mental health awareness and emotional authenticity. Maurice Benard's legendary career as Sonny Corinthos. Maurice Benard has become an absolutely iconic figure in the world of daytime television, cementing his status as one of the most recognizable and talented actors in soap opera history through his powerful portrayal of mob boss Sonny Corinthos on ABC's General Hospital. When Benard first stepped onto the General Hospital set back in 1993, neither he nor the show's producers could have possibly imagined the incredible journey that lay ahead. Originally contracted for what was supposed to be a brief 6-month stint, Benard's magnetic presence and authentic performance captivated audiences immediately, transforming what was intended as a temporary role into one of the longest-running and most beloved characters in daytime drama history. Over the past 3 decades, Benard has brought extraordinary depth and nuance to the complex character of Sonny Corinthos, navigating storylines that have ranged from intense mob warfare and romantic entanglements to deeply personal struggles with mental health issues. His portrayal has earned him numerous accolades, including multiple Daytime Emmy Award nominations and wins, solidifying his position as a cornerstone of the General Hospital cast. The character of Sonny has evolved significantly throughout the years, allowing Benard to showcase his remarkable range as an actor, moving seamlessly between moments of commanding authority as a powerful crime boss to vulnerable scenes depicting his character's ongoing battle with bipolar disorder. Beyond his work on the main General Hospital series, Benard has also demonstrated his versatility by reprising the role of Sonny Corinthos in various spin-off productions, including memorable appearances in 3 episodes of the beloved supernatural soap opera Port Charles. These crossover appearances allowed fans to see different dimensions of the character while also helping to expand the rich interconnected universe of General Hospital and its related shows. The longevity and consistency of Benard's performance have made Sonny Corinthos not just a character, but a cultural touchstone in the soap opera world, with storylines spanning generations of viewers who have grown up watching his journey unfold. The State of Mind podcast revolution. However, Maurice Benard's impact extends far beyond his on-screen performances, reaching into the vital realm of mental health advocacy through his groundbreaking podcast series, State of Mind. This pioneering podcast platform has emerged as one of the leading mental health resources in the entertainment industry, providing a safe and welcoming space for open, honest, and deeply meaningful conversations about emotional wellness, psychological resilience, and the various challenges that people face in maintaining their mental health. As Apple Podcasts accurately describes it, State of Mind is a leading mental health podcast dedicated to open conversations about emotional wellness and resilience. But this simple description barely scratches the surface of the profound impact the show has had on countless listeners around the world. What makes State of Mind particularly special and unique is Benard's willingness to be completely vulnerable and authentic in his discussions, drawing from his own personal experiences with bipolar disorder to create an atmosphere of genuine understanding and compassion. The podcast regularly features high-profile guests from the entertainment industry, with many of them being fellow soap opera stars who share their own mental health journeys, struggles, and triumphs. These conversations break down the stigma surrounding mental illness and demonstrate that success, fame, and talent don't make anyone immune to psychological challenges. By leveraging his platform and celebrity status to normalize discussions about mental health, Benard has created something truly revolutionary in an industry that has historically been reluctant to address such personal topics publicly. The podcast has become a lifeline for many listeners who struggle with their own mental health issues, providing them with validation, hope, and practical insights about managing various conditions. Through his authentic storytelling and empathetic interviewing style, Benard has cultivated a community of listeners who feel seen, heard, and understood. The show covers a wide range of topics including anxiety, depression, trauma, addiction, and recovery, always approaching these subjects with sensitivity, respect, and a commitment to reducing stigma while promoting understanding and healing. A powerful holiday message of gratitude and acceptance. In a particularly touching and timely gesture just before the holiday season, Maurice Benard took to his Instagram account to share an extraordinarily personal and uplifting message with his followers, creating a moment of genuine connection that resonated deeply with fans across the social media platform. The post featured a thoughtfully compiled list of things that Benard considers good in life, ranging from simple pleasures to profound insights about mental health and emotional well-being. This wasn't just a casual social media update. It was a heartfelt declaration of gratitude, acceptance, and wisdom that reflected years of personal growth and self-discovery. Benard began his list with practical, everyday blessings that many people might overlook or take for granted. He acknowledged how fortunate he is to have a job, recognizing that employment provides not just financial security, but also purpose, structure, and meaning in life. He also emphasized the importance and value of therapy, openly advocating for mental health treatment and demonstrating through his own example that seeking professional help is a sign of strength rather than weakness. His mention of therapy carries particular weight given his status as a public figure, helping to normalize what many people still unfortunately view as taboo or embarrassing. The actor also shared some of his personal interests and passions that bring him joy and fulfillment. His love for boxing was highlighted on the list, a sport that requires discipline, focus, and mental toughness. He also expressed his enthusiasm for the San Francisco 49ers, showing his dedication to his favorite football team and the sense of community and excitement that comes from being a passionate sports fan. These seemingly simple pleasures remind us that happiness often comes from the everyday activities and interests that make us feel alive and connected to something larger than ourselves. Breaking down mental health stigma with radical honesty. Perhaps the most powerful and courageous aspects of Benard's post were his statements about mental health conditions themselves. In a culture that often treats mental illness as something to hide or be ashamed of, Benard boldly declared that it's good to be bipolar and have anxiety and depression. This revolutionary statement challenges deeply ingrained societal prejudices and reframes mental illness not as a defect or failure, but as part of the human experience that can be lived with dignity and purpose. By using the word good in connection with these conditions, Benard is fundamentally rejecting the notion that people with mental illness are somehow less than or broken, instead embracing these aspects of his identity as part of what makes him who he is. Benard also emphasized that it's good to cry, validating the importance of expressing emotions rather than suppressing them. In a society that often encourages people, especially men, to hide their tears and appear stoic at all times, this simple statement carries tremendous weight and significance. He balanced this by also noting it's good to have joy, demonstrating his understanding that the full spectrum of human emotion should be acknowledged, expressed, and honored. This holistic approach to emotional health recognizes that we cannot selectively numb ourselves to certain feelings without also diminishing our capacity for positive emotions. The ability to fully experience both sadness and happiness, grief and joy, anxiety and peace is what makes us fully human and alive, finding joy in life's simple pleasures and connections. As Benard continued his list, he shared the various sources of happiness and fulfillment in his personal life, painting a picture of someone who has learned to find joy in meaningful connections and simple pleasures. He mentioned the importance of having friends, recognizing that supportive relationships are fundamental to mental and emotional well-being. The presence of trusted friends who understand, support, and accept us for who we truly are can make all the difference during difficult times and enhance our happiness during good times. The actor also expressed his love for playing with animals, acknowledging the therapeutic and joyful effects that interactions with pets and other creatures can have on our mental state. Scientific research has consistently shown that spending time with animals can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and increase feelings of happiness and connection. For someone who deals with bipolar disorder, these moments of simple, uncomplicated joy with animals can provide important grounding and peace. Benard spoke warmly about spending quality time with his grandchildren, highlighting how these intergenerational relationships bring profound meaning and happiness to his life. The innocence, wonder, and unconditional love that grandchildren offer can be incredibly healing and rejuvenating, providing perspective on what truly matters in life. These precious moments with family represent legacy, continuity, and the simple joy of being present with loved ones. He also mentioned prayer as an important part of his life, indicating his spiritual practice and the comfort and guidance he finds through his faith. For many people dealing with mental health challenges, spirituality and prayer can provide a sense of connection to something greater than themselves, offering hope, peace, and a framework for understanding their experiences. The impact and legacy of advocacy work. Benard expressed profound gratitude for his State of Mind podcast, specifically noting that he knows it helps people. This awareness of the positive impact his work has on others adds another layer of meaning and purpose to his advocacy efforts. The knowledge that his willingness to be vulnerable and share his story has made a difference in other people's lives clearly brings him deep satisfaction and validates the importance of his mission. The podcast represents more than just another professional project. It's a calling and a way to transform his own struggles into something meaningful that serves others. The actor concluded his powerful message with perhaps the most important statement of all: "It's great to be alive," coming from someone who has battled bipolar disorder and all its challenges. This declaration carries extraordinary weight and significance. It's a testament to recovery, resilience, hope, and the possibility of not just surviving with mental illness, but truly thriving and finding joy, purpose, and meaning in life. This simple but profound statement serves as an inspiration to anyone who might be struggling, reminding them that better days are possible and that life, with all its challenges and complexities, is still beautiful and worth living. A community united in support and understanding. The timing of Benard's heartfelt social media post proved particularly significant and resonant within the broader mental health conversation happening in the General Hospital community. Fellow General Hospital alumnus Chris McKenna had recently appeared on Benard's State of Mind podcast, where he courageously shared his own mental health journey, publicly disclosing, "I am bipolar." This conversation between the two actors created a powerful moment of solidarity and mutual support, demonstrating how mental health advocacy within the entertainment industry can create ripples of positive change and encourage others to speak their truth. The response from fans across social media platforms has been overwhelmingly positive and supportive, with countless individuals sharing their own stories, expressing gratitude for Benard's openness, and discussing how his words have impacted their lives. Comments have poured in from people at various stages of their mental health journeys, some newly diagnosed and seeking hope, others years into recovery, and finding validation in Benard's words. The post has sparked numerous conversations about the importance of mental health awareness, the power of acceptance, and the value of finding gratitude even during difficult times. Maurice Benard continues to prove that being a public figure comes with both opportunities and responsibilities, and he has chosen to use his platform in one of the most meaningful ways possible by promoting mental health awareness, reducing stigma, and reminding people that it's not just okay to struggle, but that those struggles are part of what makes us human and that help, hope, and happiness are always possible. Next, we will learn about the explosive revelations surrounding Nathan West's shocking transformation and the tantalizing possibility that Port Charles' beloved detective may not be the hero everyone remembers. The latest developments in this gripping storyline have sent shockwaves through the fan community, and what Ryan Pavey recently revealed in his candid interview will leave you absolutely stunned about where this character might be heading next. The interview that changed everything. Ryan Pavey, the talented actor who brings Nathan West to life on our screens, recently sat down for an eye-opening conversation with Woman's World magazine that has the entire General Hospital fandom buzzing with anticipation. During this revealing discussion, Pavey pulled back the curtain on his character's mysterious return to Port Charles and dropped several bombshell hints about the direction Nathan's story could take. The actor's enthusiasm for exploring Nathan's darker potential was palpable throughout the interview, suggesting that viewers should prepare themselves for a dramatic shift in everything they thought they knew about this character. What makes this interview particularly fascinating is Pavey's genuine excitement about the prospect of Nathan becoming something far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The actor didn't hold back when discussing his hopes for the character's evolution, painting a picture of a Nathan West who could be harboring dangerous secrets beneath that charming exterior that has won over the hearts of Port Charles residents for years. Maxie's absence opens new doors. One of the most significant revelations Pavey shared involves the current absence of Maxie Jones from the canvas and how this creative decision has fundamentally altered Nathan's narrative trajectory. For those who have followed Nathan's journey from the beginning, his relationship with Maxie has been the cornerstone of his identity on the show. Their love story captivated audiences, their chemistry was undeniable, and their connection seemed unbreakable. However, with Kirsten Storm's character temporarily off-screen, the writers have been presented with a unique opportunity to explore dimensions of Nathan's personality that were previously overshadowed by his devotion to Maxie. Pavey acknowledged this shift with remarkable insight, explaining that Nathan's previous storylines were deeply intertwined with his romantic relationship. While that connection provided countless memorable moments and emotional depth, it also meant that certain aspects of Nathan's character remained unexplored. Now, with Maxie out of the picture for the time being, Nathan is free to embark on a more personal journey, one that delves into the shadows of his past and the secrets he may be carrying. This creative space allows the character to stand on his own, independent of his role as Maxie's devoted partner, and potentially reveal aspects of his personality that viewers have never witnessed before. The mystery behind Nathan's return. The circumstances surrounding Nathan's return to Port Charles have been shrouded in mystery since he first reappeared on screen. Pavey himself admitted during the interview that even he doesn't possess all the answers regarding what lies ahead for his character. This uncertainty adds an extra layer of intrigue to Nathan's current storyline, as both the actor and the audience are discovering the truth together. The lack of concrete information about Nathan's time away from Port Charles, what he experienced during that period, and what might have changed him fundamentally has created a perfect storm of speculation and anticipation among dedicated viewers. The show has been masterfully dropping subtle hints and unsettling clues that suggest Nathan may not be the same person who left Port Charles all those years ago. These breadcrumbs have not gone unnoticed by eagle-eyed fans who have been meticulously analyzing every scene, every conversation, and every suspicious glance for evidence of Nathan's true intentions. The writers have crafted a delicate balance between maintaining Nathan's familiar charm while simultaneously introducing elements that make viewers question whether they can trust this beloved character anymore. The badge and the dark side. Nathan's reinstatement as a detective at the Port Charles Police Department represents a pivotal development in this unfolding drama. Getting his badge back should symbolize a return to normalcy, a reclamation of his identity as one of Port Charles' finest protectors. However, Pavey's comments suggest that this professional achievement might be nothing more than an elaborate facade. The actor couldn't resist making a pointed observation about the PCPD's questionable judgment in rehiring Nathan, a comment that was delivered with humor but carries significant weight when considering the larger implications of Nathan's potential dark turn. The genius of this potential storyline lies in how perfectly positioned Nathan is to cause maximum damage if he truly has villainous intentions. As Pavey eloquently explained during the interview, Nathan's status as a well-liked, trusted member of the community makes him the perfect infiltrator. Everyone in Port Charles has a soft spot for Nathan. He's built relationships across every social circle in town. He has access to sensitive information through his role as a detective. He knows the secrets, the vulnerabilities, and the weaknesses of nearly everyone in Port Charles. If Nathan has indeed crossed over to the dark side, he possesses all the tools necessary to orchestrate devastating betrayals that could shake the foundations of multiple families and institutions throughout the city. The Faison factor. The mention of Caesar Faison adds another electrifying dimension to this already complex narrative. Pavey referred to Faison as a beautiful wild card, a description that perfectly encapsulates the unpredictable and dangerous nature of Nathan's biological father. The connection between Nathan and Faison has always been one of the character's defining elements, representing a dark legacy that Nathan spent years trying to escape. The question that now looms large is whether Nathan has finally embraced that sinister heritage rather than continuing to fight against it. Faison's influence on Nathan's life cannot be understated. Growing up with such a notorious villain as a father left permanent scars on Nathan's psyche, and while he previously channeled his experiences into becoming the opposite of what Faison represented, circumstances may have changed his perspective. What if Nathan's time away involved discovering uncomfortable truths about himself? What if he realized that fighting against his nature was futile? What if he decided to stop resisting and instead embrace the darkness that flows through his veins? These questions add layers of psychological complexity to Nathan's character that could provide months of compelling storytelling. Playing the villain. Pavey's enthusiasm about potentially playing a villain was one of the most striking aspects of the interview. The actor expressed genuine excitement at the prospect of Nathan dipping his toe in the dark side, describing it as an opportunity that would be incredibly fun to explore professionally. For an actor, the chance to play against type and show different facets of a character is always appealing. But Pavey seemed particularly energized by the specific possibilities this transformation would create. What makes this potential shift especially intriguing from a performance perspective is that Pavey already has established relationships with his fellow cast members. He mentioned looking forward to playing enemies with actors he currently enjoys working with as friends and allies. This dynamic could produce some truly explosive confrontations on screen. Imagine the emotional devastation when Nathan betrays characters he once protected. Picture the heartbreak when his former friends realize they've been manipulated. Consider the dramatic confrontations that could unfold when Nathan's true agenda is finally revealed to those who trusted him most. The perfect deception. The strategic brilliance of Nathan potentially being revealed as a villain lies in how thoroughly he has integrated himself back into Port Charles society. Everyone likes Nathan. Pavey himself emphasized this crucial point during the interview. That universal affection is an incredibly powerful weapon if wielded with malicious intent. Nathan could be using his charm, his history, and his relationships to gain access to information, manipulate situations, and position himself exactly where he needs to be to achieve whatever sinister goals he might be pursuing. The concept of a trusted hero secretly working against the community taps into deep-rooted fears about betrayal and misplaced trust. It's the kind of storyline that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats because it forces them to question everything they're seeing on screen. Every kind gesture Nathan makes could be calculated manipulation. Every friendship he rekindles could be part of a larger plan. Every case he works on as a detective could be serving his own hidden agenda. This level of ambiguity and uncertainty is precisely what makes soap opera storytelling so compelling and addictive. What's next for Nathan? As General Hospital continues to unfold Nathan's story, the anticipation surrounding his true nature and intentions will only intensify. Pavey's comments make it clear that major character updates are on the horizon, and the revelation of Nathan as a villain would represent one of the most significant plot twists in recent General Hospital history. The show's writers have been carefully laying the groundwork for this potential transformation, planting seeds of doubt while maintaining enough ambiguity to keep viewers guessing. The beauty of this storyline is that it works regardless of which direction the writers ultimately choose. If Nathan is revealed to be evil, it will deliver a shocking betrayal that reverberates throughout Port Charles for months to come. If Nathan turns out to still be fundamentally good despite the suspicious circumstances, the journey of proving his innocence and uncovering who might be framing him or manipulating events will provide equally compelling drama. Either way, Ryan Pavey will have the opportunity to showcase his acting range and give fans something they've never seen from Nathan West before. The stage is set for Nathan West to either redeem himself as the hero Port Charles needs or reveal himself as the villain nobody saw coming. With Ryan Pavey clearly excited about exploring Nathan's darker potential and the show dropping increasingly unsettling hints about what might be lurking beneath Nathan's charming surface, General Hospital fans should prepare themselves for a wild ride ahead. Whatever secrets Nathan is hiding, whatever plans he might be orchestrating, and whatever his true allegiance might be, one thing is certain: the revelation will be explosive, and Port Charles will never be the same again. Would you like me to adjust the tone to be more dramatic or add more speculative elements about potential storyline directions?